Tonight, you don't just watch the news, you become part of it. The Democratic National Convention continuing tonight in the city of brotherly love. And we just heard from the man who could be the next vice president, and he wasted no time connecting with the Hispanic community. Right now, President Obama is speaking. Also tonight, just so you're not stuck on highway traffic over and over again, ABC-7 is keeping you ahead of all the problems. We try to, and we give you the warnings because more scheduled closures are coming. ABC-7 also learning that police officers doing traffic duty can actually control the traffic lights. Also new tonight, ABC-7 is in the courtroom as a young girl who says she was kidnapped and raped 2 years ago takes a stand and tells the court what the suspect did to her, or the defendant. Also, the StormTRACK Weather team is on top of the chance for rain here in the borderland. Look at what happened in Deming today. And a familiar face on ABC-7 shared that picture with us. Also, 10 years ago today, the borderland hit hard with the weather none of us have ever seen, at least in the borderland. Storm 2006. Then and now, you become part of the coverage with your pictures and your stories on our social media. Iris, nothing like that you're tracking.
No, we did see some rain earlier, though. We'll take a look at Doppler radar to see what else is happening for today and for the days ahead coming up.
This is ABC-7 at 9. Get ready. You become part of the day's news right now.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC-7 at 9 on the El Paso Las Cruces CW.
How's it going, everybody? This is ABC-7 at 9 on the CW. I'm Bob Harp. Let's get to storm tracker Iris Lopez. So I know earlier throughout the evening you've been tracking some storm activity. Are the rain chances dying down for tonight?
You know what, right now on Doppler radar, we don't see as much activity as we saw earlier. But like I mentioned, we did see that rain across the city. And because of that, look at our high for today. Our high of the day officially was 96. We had those triple digits past 2 days, but 96 is what we saw as the high. 73 was the overnight low. We'll take a look at Doppler radar to see what we're tracking, and we'll talk more about the next few days coming up, Bob.
All right, thanks, Iris. Just minutes ago, the nation got to know the man Hillary Clinton says she wants as her vice president if elected this November. New at 9, he certainly reached out to a particular demographic. ABC-7's complete coverage of the Democratic National Convention continues.
Ya aprendí los valores del pueblo, fe y familia y trabajo. Los mismos valores de la comunidad latina aquí en nuestro país. Somos americanos todos.
Well, that is Hillary Clinton's running mate, Tim Kaine, the senator from Virginia, addressing the Democratic National Convention in Spanish. He was talking about his time with missionaries in Honduras, where he says he learned the values of the Latino community, faith, family, and work, saying also that those values are the same from the United States. The reason why, he says, we are all Americans. Tonight, he officially accepted the nomination to be on the ticket with Hillary Clinton. And
for all of us who know that the brightest future for our country is the one that we build together, and for my friend Hillary Clinton, I humbly accept my party's nomination to be Vice President of the United States.
And the crowd right now just as energetic. A few minutes ago, President Barack Obama took the stage, and he is speaking right now. You can go to KVIA.com if you would like to hear what the president is saying. We have a live stream with, again, an easy-to-connect live stream that'll put you in touch with the president speaking right now. We'll have a recap at 10 o'clock. I'm still trying to pay attention to that and see what he has to say. Well, earlier in the day, the focus was once again back on the leaked DNC emails. They showed DNC leaders giving little to no support to Bernie Sanders early on in the race. U.S. officials also now saying Russia was behind the hack. Clinton calling this a national security issue, not just a political move. But Donald Trump actually challenged Russia to hack into those Clinton emails that went missing.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing.
That kind of statement only reflects the fact that he truly is not qualified to be president of the United States.
1979.
Well, that is former CIA Director Leon Panetta calling Trump's comments outrageous, and Clinton's campaign saying Trump's comments are encouraging a foreign power to conduct espionage. Senator Kaine openly criticized Trump's understanding of NATO and Foreign Affairs. So for a list of who else is speaking at the DNC tomorrow, check out our top stories and our section at KVIA.com. Of course, the headliner tomorrow, Hillary Clinton herself. So go to our website and click on the DNC picture in our top story section for a complete rundown. And also at the top of our homepage, you will find that link I just told you about that will put you into the live feed for whoever is speaking day or night. You can watch it all so you don't miss a beat. By the way, our coverage continues tomorrow. Again, all eyes on Hillary Clinton to formally accept her party's nomination to run for president. We have another ABC-7 traffic alert to tell you about right now. TxDOT crews are in the process of closing off I-10 in both directions in West El Paso. As we speak, I-10 East and I-10 West will be closed until tomorrow morning between Sunland Park and Executive. But as you can see, traffic is still flowing in both directions right now. The closure is set to begin at 9 o'clock. It sometimes takes crews just a few minutes to start blocking off traffic or diverting them off onto the gateway. But there are no gateways there. That's the whole point of the project, putting gateways or frontage roads. But again, in any minute now, we should see these cars vanish from the screen. So again, if you are taking I-10 East or West on the west side tonight, avoid this area because it will be closed. Now, we will continue to keep you ahead of all the closures tonight and for many more nights as the freeway construction continues. Here's ABC7's Mauricio Casillas.
Well, we've got 2 more days left of the overnight closures for your work week. I-10 East completely closed from Sunland Park over to Executive 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Also at the same time, I-10 West completely closed 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. from the Sunland Park exit to the overpasses. That's going on. We're seeing lane closures on I-10 West. From Executive over to the Buena Vista overpass, the 2 left lanes are closed. So basically what these closures are causing is a little bit of congestion on I-10 West and on I-10 East. It's forcing cars to take Mesa and then go over to Executive. So that's why if you are heading out at that time, we're seeing more and more semi-trucks out at that time. And of course, before you head out the door every morning, if you're curious about closures, if you're curious about traffic, be sure to tune in to Good Morning El Paso. We start at 4:30 in the morning. Mauricio Casillas, ABC7.
Thank you so much for that, Mauricio. Again, I-10 East and West should be closing here pretty soon between Sunland Park and Executive. Again, Mesa is your only way around that since Paisano is still closed because of the Border Expressway project that will complete the loop around the city. Now, we use our traffic cameras to give you a live look at traffic, but we also use the ABC-7 Traffic Track, which gives you an estimated delay of drive time, and we will get to that when we can. Here's Good Morning El Paso with all your traffic information tomorrow at 4:30 in the morning. Remember, TxDOT often opens up the freeways before 5 o'clock. So 4:30 is when we are on the air, way before anybody else. That's where you will get the latest on that. Here is the traffic track. Again, it's showing no major incidents going on except for, you see the purple there, that's the closed Paisano. And then over by the Spaghetti Bowl, you see some incidents there, the eastbound lanes over by the Spaghetti Bowl. And we will continue to follow the situation. But Mesa looking better than it has in previous nights. But it could change as soon as I-10 closes. Well, ABC7 is also learning more about the manpower that goes into traffic control and keeping you safe on the road. Last Sunday, 27 off-duty police officers were contracted by TxDOT to direct traffic and on and off Mesa and Sunland Park. It cost about $40,000 a night to do something that big. Well, closures like the one we're expecting tonight require fewer officers and cost, on average, $15,000. And since the Go 10 project is expected to last about 3 to 4 years, TxDOT has set aside roughly $1 million a year to pay for officers to work traffic control. So today we spoke with a spokesperson with TxDOT and the engineering department with the city, and they're telling us that police officers, are you ready for this, can actually alter the traffic lights with a remote control device. So if an officer sees no one is waiting to go against the traffic, he or she can leave the light green a lot longer than usual to keep the traffic flowing.
And having a police car at every corner when you have a different situation, different traffic pattern because of the closures, it's always good to have those police cars out there because people see them and pay a lot more attention to what they're doing.
Well, beginning this Monday, officers will start focusing on drivers who speed into construction zones on I-10. So for the safety of workers and to avoid getting a ticket, just slow down. Well, tonight, a young El Paso girl has a lot on her mind. She just had to tell a courtroom full of people and strangers what a former Fort Bliss soldier allegedly did to her. and he gets to plead his case tomorrow. 45-year-old Carlos Antonio Holcomb is on trial charged with aggravated kidnapping and rape charges, along with indecency with a child. He pleaded not guilty. Now, the girl, who is 14 years old now, told the court today how she was kidnapped at gunpoint outside Horizon High School 2 years ago when she was 12. She said he approached her and asked her for help putting some boxes in his car. The girl cried as she told the court she told him yes because she wanted to be nice. Then she said he forced her into the car and drove off. The girl says he made her undress, taped her hands, blindfolded her, and then raped her. Holcomb never looked at the girl during the testimony. Afterward, the prosecution rested its case. The defense calls its first witness in the morning. With a few light showers hitting the borderland in the past few weeks, or over the past few weeks, the city's Environmental Services Vector Control Program is now fogging the streets for mosquitoes. But one Northeast El Paso resident wishing the city can take it a little bit further and notify residents when they will be fogged. ABC-7's Jerry Nahara is live tonight with his story. Jerry?
Bob, many of us have seen them and heard them, those fogger trucks blowing out massive clouds of solution to kill mosquitoes. Well, city officials tell me the vector control program started about a month ago. They're fogging areas where they find adult mosquitoes, which are usually ponding locations around the city. But Jose Morales, who has 2 kids and lives in the Northeast, tells me he was enjoying a fresh breeze with the windows open at around 10 at night when he smelled that fog coming in after the neighborhood was treated. He tells me the next day he had to wash his sheets and even noticed a residue on some of the kiddos' toys. Morales tells me he's not against the fogging, he just wishes the city would give a notice to people in the area. He says he's seen it being done before in other cities in Texas.
It's really about a quality of life issue, notifying the community, saying, hey, you know what, we're doing our part to keep, adults, children, and elderly safe from certain viruses that break out. But we're going to do our part to, take care of other people's property, allow people the opportunity to bring in pets.
I spoke with city officials and they say the solution used to kill mosquitoes is safe for people and pets, and it's tested by the Environmental Protection Agency. They also tell me they've looked into notifying residents, but it's hard because the fogging is dependent on the weather, so they aren't always really sure when or where the fogging will be taking place.
Interesting story, Jerry. Thank you so much. I live out in Northeast El Paso too, and they've caught me off guard as well. Yeah. We appreciate that. Hey, well, speaking of any rain chances, let's go back to storm tracker Iris Lopez. Right now, Iris, take a look at these pictures. This is from meteorologist Jorge Torres, who used to work on Good Morning El Paso. You remember him, right?
I remember him.
Oh, good old Jorge. He tweeted these. He's up in Albuquerque right now, and he tweeted the pictures after a microburst hit the Deming area, and the photos show that's a trailer and also some damage to some fences, and a lot of water was dumped in that area, or rain, I should say, was dumped in that area. So Deming got hit pretty hard. We're not really tracking too much of a severe system tonight, right? You're saying that had kind of died down.
Yeah, that is right. We saw most of that rain early on. Look at a live view from our mountain cam. You can see those beautiful lights out there. No rain as of right now. If we take a look right now, though, I want to share a picture that was shared with us from earlier this morning. This was from Trisha Maria. Take a look at this picture. That beautiful rainbow from downtown. Now, we saw some rain early on in the day, and Trisha, thanks for sharing that picture with us. But let's talk about Doppler radar. You can see things are pretty quiet around Las Cruces and El Paso. Most of those storms are moving to the southwest. So as of now, we're not tracking any storms immediately hitting us in the next few minutes or hours. But the temperatures, look at those temperatures right now because of that rain that we saw earlier. 83. Current temperatures for Las Cruces and El Paso, with 70 up in Ruidoso and Silver City at 71. So coming up, we are going to talk about your Thursday outlook, plus the next few days rain-wise, and we're going to take a look at your weekend forecast. All that coming up, Bob.
All right, thanks so much for that, Iris. We do appreciate that. And as we do follow any chance for rain,